Yo, yo. Dang, man, I literally just walked in from class. Hit a banger of trade there, pre-market though. Perfect play there. Boom. Damn it. Executed perfectly. Wow, we're just dumping. I might get in on this, to be completely honest. Let's see here. Hang on one second. I gotta sign in. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there, boys and girls. We're getting there. Staying patient. Yeah, smart. What up? What up? Yeah, I did actually. Whew, it's bright. I took this, and it actually moved so rapidly that it didn't close until like down here. So I made $1,500. So yeah, that was nice. That was just on 5 accounts, though. I wasn't trading all of them since I was away from my setup. But this looked like such a clear trade. YouTube's on, yeah. YouTube's on. How's everybody doing today? It's gonna take some getting used to this class, man. It's only on Thursdays though, so that's good. Look at this recovery. 760, there's a big pile of orders. London high sweep, then 5-minute close downside. Yep, Kyle. I was actually a little premature on it, but I had my iPad up in class and I was looking at the book map, and it just, man, it was pretty clear that we were headed lower. I'm really tempted to get in on this momentum here. On the book map, it's just lit up to the downside, man. There's London low. I think about Lana Del Rey. Hey, I mean, hey, Carlo, I see you over there. Do I like Mexicans? Sure. What up, geek? We're decoupled again. I forgot to turn ES on. Yeah. The picture you posted, oh, you and your brothers look similar. Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. Bro, when you drop in your course, I'm not doing that. Why do people come in here asking questions about Mexicans? I couldn't tell you, man. Somebody started it a while ago, and it was like, it just, I don't know. It's just been a thing. I feel like my lighting looks weird right now. What are we looking at, boss? Well, we took a short pre-market, and then as soon as market opened, TP got slammed for 1,500. So right now I'm looking, that was on 5 of my fundeds. I'm looking to take a trade on the other 20. Is that a new plant? You know better, Bryson. Come on. Messing with me like that. What made me take the trade pre-market? That's clean sweep of London high, and then it just, I was looking at the book map on my iPad, and it looked pretty clean to the downside. That was a sweep from that news at 8:30. So there was some other news I was looking at on Yahoo and stuff. I just felt pretty bearish. How they got Chick-fil-A in the dining hall? What do you mean? Talking about the restaurant? What does a clean book map look like when you feel comfortable taking a trade? So see how you have this, like a big pile of orders right here down at 69.41, and you see how you have all these orders flashing like this right here? Well, if you have all these orders flashing like this in the direction of that big pile and nothing really above it, to me that's a clean indicator that we're headed for that location. That's what a clean book map read looks like to me. You see all this flashing activity, orders being placed, yanked, pulled, fishing price in that direction. And also you're seeing limit order or market orders being placed at an aggressive pace. You would look at this. See? So there's that pile right there. And that's ES catching up, I think, a little bit to NQ there. I still think this one's lower here, man. Michael, it's over on the, it's on the tube, man. Yeah, awesome timing on that explanation. Yeah, Bookmap cooperated on that. Man, I forgot my old crutch here. I left it in my apartment. I'm sitting there shaking like a dog. Needed a lip pillow. Can I pass an Apex in one day? Yep. Yes, you can. One trade if you wanted to. Tapped into the 15-minute inversion. I mean, this has momentum hard to the downside, man. It's hard for me not to just open a short here just to, with the momentum that's going on. You expect a bounce at 25, 440, 444. I put a line there, Carlo, just for you. What are you trading? This is NASDAQ futures and S&P futures. Currently, this chart is NASDAQ futures. You ever trade gold? Yeah, I have. I think I've taken like 7 trades on gold in my life. I'm telling you, it's tempting just to short this blindly, man. Down to these lows. Don't do it. It's got to go back up eventually, right? Buy the dip. It just keeps dipping. Three days in a row, green, boom. I think we still got lower to go because ES hasn't swept this London low or the Asia low. So I think I would anticipate a little bit lower. I took a win on 5 of the on 5 of my fundeds. On my 20 Apex accounts, I have not. I took a win on the 5 TPT accounts. I did not take a trade on the 20 Apex accounts. So I'm only going to take one trade on the Apex accounts. Made $1,505 on my TPT accounts. ES just tapped into this 15 and then turned right back around. Somebody asked what bullish bookmap looked like. This is typically like if you get this right here, I mean, you see how we're just lit up to the upside here in this little area. Now, this doesn't necessarily, based on what's happening right now, you have to take that into account as well. Like we've just been dumping. But when you see this, typically if we're in a bullish trend and then you see this with the bullish trend that we're in, this typically means price is about to shoot up on the bookmap. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen now because of how aggressively we dumped at the open. But if we were in a bullish trend and you saw this on the book map, you can pretty much bet that we're going to go up to at least this 69.60 level. Yeah, Kyle, I'll take another on the Apex accounts. There is still lower liquidity, yeah, especially on ES. I don't know why this chart looks so weird. We were having some good days with NQ, and then all of a sudden it looks like it's jumbled again on the book map. I mean, the way it's, there you go. Nope. Whatever, we'll use this one. YouTube, Adrian. YouTube.com/@ChristianTradesLive. Yeah, December was rough, man. December was rough for me as well. Adrian, I said you go to YouTube, youtube.com/@ChristianTradesLive. Hey, they extended the 90% off sale, Taylor. Honestly, I'm getting a little frustrated with the way that they're doing that, because it makes me feel like they don't tell us that they're going to do that until they do it. So it's like, hey, the 90% off sale is going to end. Make sure people know. And then I tell everybody, hey, the 90% off sale is going to end. And then after I tell people, it's like, hey, we're extending the sale. And it's like, dude, that's to me, that's a shady sales tactic. Like, don't do that crap, man. Either end the sale or don't, but don't say you're going to end it and then try to get people to buy up accounts and then extend it. Is it not on? They said they extended it. They sent me an email saying they extended it. So if you use my code, you should have gotten the 90% off. Or maybe they extended the PA fees, staying at $65 or something. Yo, I see you over on the tube, Adrian. Samir, what up? NQ bookmap. Gotta grab a drink. Just the PA fee. It's 98 for a eval. Wow. What's TPT rules? 5 days to pass. You can make all your profits in 2 days. Can't make more than 50% of the profits in 1 day, so it takes 2 days to make your profits. But you need 5 total trading days. How tall is bro? 6'5". Laying down. I'm just kidding. Standing up. What else? Daily payouts, but you got to hit the 2K. It's 2K drawdown. So for your funded account, in order to take a payout, you have to hit the 2K You have to make the equivalent of the 2K drawdown. You got to get the account balance to 52,000, and then everything above that's withdrawable. What up, Leroy? What are the Apex rules? They have some little, quirky rules. Like when you go to take a payout, you can't have one of your trading days where you made more than 30% of your total profits. So that's a consistency rule they have. Another rule is you cannot be in a trade that goes into drawdown more than 30% of whatever total drawdown you have available. But you can pass in a day. You're capped at 2K on the 50K accounts. You're capped at a 2K payout every 8 days for the first 5 payouts. And then after that, there's no cap. This is a beautiful trade right here. We didn't sweep anything though, did we? Yeah, we didn't sweep. Okay. You can pass an Apex account in a day. Yeah, Aaron, I got you. Give me 1 second. You're looking to take that long, Leroy? I'd be careful. ES hadn't swept, so I don't know if I trust it yet. James 1, 2 through 3. This is from King Tariq. Is King Tariq the one that posted in the gains? Yeah, dude, he's been hitting the gym hard. He says, James 1, 2 through 3 says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Amen. Hey, Pete, this is NQ. Do you use SMTs? I use them as an added confluence, but I don't like, some people really put their faith in SMTs. I don't. I like an added confluence, but I don't like to rely on them too heavily. This trade on ES looks good, man. This long on ES looks good. It just sucks that we didn't sweep that low. That's why I don't trust it right now. Versus today posted. Dude, that's so weird that you posted from that book, because Tristan, I like to do this thing where I just open my Bible. You know what I mean? Like I just open it, let it fall where it may. And I've never read, I've read through the Bible a couple of times, but I don't remember like any verses out of that book. And this morning when I opened it and read out of the Bible, that was the book it opened to. And then you just posted a verse from it. And I honestly don't even know how to pronounce that. Is it Amos? Is that how you pronounce that book? Where was it? That's so strange, dude. Maybe I need to read through that entire book. Caught that NQ short. Boom. There you go. I caught it too. Amos 5, 14 through 15. Seek good, not evil, that you may live. Then the Lord God Almighty will be with you, just as you say he is. Hate evil, love good, maintain justice in the courts. Amos? Okay, I got you. It's so weird, dude. Trying to remember what verse it was that I read. It feels like it's very legalistic, that book. It's like, It's interesting. What? There it is. Very short. Very short book. Definitely reading through this later. NQ short from London low to Asia low. I got it from the London high to somewhere in here. I'll screenshot it. I'm going to do a trade recap on that later, so I'll post it. What, Apex account passes in 1 day? They all should. All I see is 8 days? No. The 50K trade of 8 accounts are what I use, and you pass them in a day. I'm not sure if the static is different. I haven't ever traded the static accounts. I'll sign in real quick so I can see. Dude, I got like 4 hours of sleep last night, and I feel like I have so much energy, even though I only slept for 4 hours. ES or NQ is just looking like it wants to go lower. See, this is why I don't trust this on ES here, is because we did not take any of these lows. We still have these lows here. So I'd be careful taking this long. Wait until we sweep. Either let the trade run without you or wait until we sweep these levels. That's what I would recommend. Yeah, trade of 850K, passing the day. It's 8 days to a payout. 8 days between payouts. So once you get a funded account, it's 8 days from then, and then between every payout, it's 8 days. Your code doesn't work with TPT. CWT definitely works. I see about a dozen people who have used it today already, so it's definitely working. Let me know if you still have issues, though, and if you do, send me a screenshot of what it's saying. Is it true you can request a payout on the first day of the funded account, not the first day of trading? The eval takes 5 days to pass, but once you have a funded account, you can take a payout that same day. You just got to be anything over the $2,000. If you're on a 50K account, you have to reach $2,000 in profit, and then everything above that is withdrawable. TPT. Apex is 8 days to a payout, 1 day to pass. Honestly, you can get a payout quicker with the TPT accounts than you can the Apex. Even though you can pass the Apex in a day, you still have to trade 8 days to get a payout on the funded account. With TPT, you have to trade 5 days, and the very first day unfunded, you can get a payout. So really, to get a payout, it's about total 6 days, technically, on TPT, and it's 9 days total on Apex. When you pass the evaluation on Apex, you have to pay an activation fee, a one-time activation fee. Don't pay the monthly. You can choose the one-time lifetime activation fee for that account. This is the book map for NQ, and this is ES. A lot of liquidity under us here on ES. That's what I'm talking about, Alex. I want everybody to get it, not just me, man. Zero trades this week. What happened to the market? Bro, that is discipline. Nice work. Trying to type in your promo code right now, and it says check promo code you have entered. Are you using CWT? Have you taken a trade? Yeah, we took this. I took this short pre-market on NQ. After we had a London high here that swept. Here, I'll clean this chart up because it looks super messy. At London high right here. Swept that at 8:30. And then was short and took it right there, 1,500 times 5 on my TBT accounts. Have not taken a trade on my Apex accounts yet. It's 8 days to a payout. All the other accounts that I know of, I trade the 50K trade of 8 accounts. They pass in a day. 8 days to a payout. But if you're worried about getting a payout quickly, if that's what your goal is, because I mean that's ultimately why you're trading, right? You can get a payout quicker with TPT. The benefit of Apex is that you can scale 20 funded accounts at a time. So that's why I have both. I like the daily payouts with TPT, and I like having 20 funded accounts with Apex. I backtested TJR's strategy for 3 months, and my win rate is 40%. What should I do? I love TJR's personality, man, but I will say, other than the basics, I wouldn't. This is my personal opinion. No one get upset here, and this is not shade to TJR because I think I love his personality, man. He's a very funny individual, but I think there are better, more disciplined traders to structure your trading after. Profits, yeah, profit factor is more important than your win rate, Aaron. So PJ is the best. Yeah, I like PJ a lot, dude. PJ is the one who helped me out tremendously. Like, I give PJ all the credit in the world for the mental side of my trading. He's got a Koenigsegg. He makes money, man. There's no question. The Koenigsegg's on consignment now at Cario. He's trying to sell it. Took a long on the IFVG, on the ES. What do you think? I think that there's a lot of liquidity under us here that has me sketched out. But you could this structure-wise, it does make sense. Tap back into this gap, respected it cleanly. Little BPR there at the base of the gap. So I'd just be careful. Yeah, I'm sure a lot does. I mean, he's a marketer, man. He's a genius marketer. I don't knock anybody for. I like Cario, man. I know some of those guys personally. I like them. I think you gotta, like with any car dealership, when you're getting ready to buy a car, you need to take it somewhere. Like if you're gonna buy a Lamborghini, especially one that's gonna have over 15,000 miles, you need to go have a PPI done at Lamborghini. I mean, Lamborghini at Broward is right up the road from where their dealership is. I've been there a couple times. So I definitely would, anytime you're buying a car like that, or any car, when I bought my M5, I bought it from Jaguar of Tampa down in Florida, and immediately took it to a BMW dealership before I bought it and had them do a PPI on it. You always do that, especially with a car that has miles on it, and especially a car that potentially was driven very aggressively. So people who have had issues with Cario, they've basically bought high mileage supercars that have been dogged, and they didn't get PPIs done beforehand. From my understanding, from the people who I've heard speak about them. Nathan, what up, man? Prestige is good. 101's good. I like the guys over at 101 are good people too. Don't do the monthly. You can pay the one-time activation fee, the lifetime activation fee, geek, and it's $65 right now for a 50K. It might, I don't know if the 90% off ended. I probably should change my thing. I thought they extended it. I'm not sure what the sale is right now, man, to be honest. I know that the activation fees are still like 65 bucks. I was in a rush to fire the stream up, so I didn't really edit my title. It's a default from whatever my last stream was. I had class, and then class ran late, and I was late. Of course, my 8 a.m. class is like 2 miles away from where I live. It's the furthest away class that I have because the business school has a separate campus. So I'm riding my scooter in the 35-degree weather on the fucking, excuse my language, on the highway. Just scooting along. So I was in a rush to fire the stream up, man. Apex, yeah, lifetime PA, Apex. All right, we're getting a move here that looks very interesting to take. Inverted this one. Let's lock it in here. I'm not familiar with Top Step's rules. What videos should I watch from PJ? All of them. But honestly, man, I don't typically recommend paying for a mentorship or a Discord or any of that. But if you were to pay for one, his is definitely the one to pay for. But he's got a Discord that has a free side too. And I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. A lot of that liquidity got yanked on ES underneath. Orders down to 69.57 on ES. So most of it's above us now. I'd like to dig deeper into this breaker here to potentially take this long. If I don't get it, I'm not going to take it. The next trade I'd look for is an inversion of this 15 after that. I don't like the wicks. I have better luck marking the bodies with the breakers. That's the way to trade, Nathan. I love that, dude. I love that. Now you're thinking like a real trader. I'm working on doing that myself, man. It's so like counter instinctual, if that's even a word, or if that's even a phrase. I feel like your instinct when you get into a trade is, all right, where am I getting out, instead of where am I going to add into this. But every book that I've read from people who are doing this for long periods of time, they always say that's what you should be thinking. Where can I add into this? No, fuck. I need to change that. It's not 90% off right now. Can anybody tell me what the actual discount for Apex is right now? $50%. All right, I'm gonna change that. Y'all sure it's 50? All right, I updated it. It's a long stop too. If I were to take this, what are we talking here? 38 points makes me kind of want to take it on micros instead of with a mini. Targeting the unfilled 5 on NQ. I like that. We are pushing into this 15 here, so. Yo, my man. Is that my man in Moscow over there? The 3 hour. I don't think I even have ever used that. What would 3 hours 60? 120, 180. I might add that to the repertoire. I'd like a tap back into this area. Yes, it is. Man, I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, dude, Moscow would be kind of a sick place to go. I don't know how they feel about Americans over there, though. If I take any trades, yeah, we took a short. I took a pre-market short, literally right at market open on 5 of my funded accounts. Have not taken a trade on my Apex accounts. Pull up. How do they feel about Americans over there, man? Everything over there is in English as well. It's crazy. Can you bless my long, please? Where was your entry, Leroy? There you go, Wilmar. Did I take the trade because of Bookmap? I was wanting short, but wanted to sweep higher first. Well, we swept that London high right here. And then we had a 5-minute in there that I was waiting for us to invert. This one right here. So I took it off that inversion. So a sweep inversion. It was kind of lulling in this area. I actually opened the trade and then was headed back from class. Had my TP set at this wick low right here. I think I actually got closed out a little lower than that because of how aggressively that moved down at open. Moscow would be fire, yeah. Can't wait for the Christian Trades 2026 meetup in Moscow. That'd be sick. Dude, it looks like such a clean city too. Maybe I've only just seen like a glamorized point of view of it, but it looks like such a clean spot for a major city. Just inverted this one. I really want to tap back into this large gap down here. Hey, there you go, Kenny. Good job, man. What am I studying? Currently, I'm majoring in finance, or excuse me, in econ. I'm trying to get into the business school so I can switch to finance. Finance, whatever floats your boat. Julius Patrulius says it's great. It's hella clean. The tube is always spotless and doesn't smell. Yeah, that's what I saw videos of that, man. Beautiful artwork too. Book map on ES. Yeah, I got you. Man, I want to dig deeper into this. This is NQ, yeah. Here's the book map. This is ES book map. This is NQ book map. Got my one-on-one. There you go. Nice work, Archie. If you don't know Julius Petrulius, you should check him out. I'll check him out. Whatever this means. Oh, this is Bookmap, man. So this is a level 2 data software. So this is where limit orders are stacked up in the market, and this is also what you see is the orders being placed. So all these orders coming in right here, that where my mouse cursor is, this is the number of orders being placed at that level. I'll definitely check them out. I like Lux Algo, man. I use some of their stuff. They make some good indicators. What are the balls? Those are volume dots. So that's how aggressive the orders are, how much volume is there. So the green is obviously buy orders and the red are the sell orders. There's a drop-down menu, Geek. You should be able to select that. But that's after you pass the account. That's after you pass it. That's the activation fee. So you pass the account and then you pay the activation fee. Setting TP at 88 too high on ES. That's pretty high. 69.88 is pretty high on ES. That's very high. Your next liquidity levels on ES here. I'll get back to the chart here for you. Your next liquidity levels are up here. Asia high, which is at 69, 68, 75. Using OBS for YouTube, using Streamlabs for TikTok. Yeah, 635 would be a beautiful entry for a long. And my stop would be below this gap. I don't know if we'll get a pullback to that level, but we'll see. And my TP at 745, is that high on NQ? 745? No, I mean, I don't think that's too high. 730 would be a key level that I'd look for right there, which is the base of that next 5 minute. But we'll see. I really wanted to pull back into this zone, man. I don't think we're going to get it. Are we taking a trade? Yeah, we took a short pre-market. I took a short pre-market. We're 52 followers away from hitting 17K, guys, on TikTok. Drop a follow if you haven't already, if you don't mind. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. Do I think we get a reversal on this? No, I think it'll be slow moving. I mean, I'm not anticipating a reversal with how strongly we did this push up, but it's always possible. I think it's just going to be slow moving through this 15-minute gap here. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate that. Guys, big time. I wouldn't say that. What was your TP on the sell? It was a wick low. It was this wick low right here. Could have been lower, but it was this wick low, this data wick low. I didn't want to get crazy with it. I'll post a trade review. 1,500 times 5 on my TPT accounts. I haven't taken a trade on my Apex, my 20 Apex accounts yet. That's what we're trying to do now. I always post my P&L, and I'm going to start always posting my trade recaps, win or lose. Shake the money tree, that's right. You know the deal, Balas. Any caffeine today? Yeah, I had about 4 shots of espresso at about 6:15. Yeah. Straight espresso with a little bit of honey. Yeah. Had to get the gears moving, dude. I'm operating right now on 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, as soon as I got to this 8 a.m. class that I have, it's a 100 level course, which they just require. I'm well above that in terms of my business credits that I have, but I haven't taken them here. They're transferred, so they require you to take a busy 100 course here, a business 100. So there's like 200, there's literally 200 people in the lecture hall. I get there late because I didn't realize how far away it was. I was like 5 minutes late, so I walk in, everybody's staring at me, and then I had to get up after those 4 shots of espresso and go handle business that had not been attended to yet. It's always fun. Where would you recommend people start to get into trading? YouTube. YouTube. Find a style of trading that makes sense to you. I mean, it's probably all going to seem like a foreign language to start with, but find one that relatively makes sense. I recommend ICT concepts to kind of make sense of what you're seeing in the market. There's a lot of people that poo-poo it. I think ultimately your trading evolves as you go, and once you start becoming more comfortable in the markets, you evolve into trading order flow and momentum combined with other strategies, whether that's support and resistance or trend lines or supply and demand or ICT. But generally there's going to be some sort of school of thought that allows you to make sense of the market. But combining that with order flow and momentum trading is where kind of the evolution of trading ends up. Never got a retest. Why don't you go live on Discord as well? Because I have 2 cameras, man, and I haven't figured out how to simul stream from one camera. So that's why if you look at the YouTube, the camera looks like crap on there, and it looks a lot better here on the TikTok because I'm using my nice camera to stream here on TikTok. So if I could figure out how to simul stream on one camera across all the platforms, then I would do Discord, TikTok, Kick, X, YouTube. I'd do it all. I'm off. Hey, Benjamin, appreciate you being here, man. You're up on the day, right? You took a trade? Is that what you said? You're still holding that short, Everett. Are you live daily? I am, yeah. Yeah. Archie, take care, man. Appreciate the follow, Nitro. Any trades? Yeah, I took the short at the open inversion of that 5 sweep of London. Hey, Christian, I just wanted to ask what you're going to college for and how you manage it with trading. So I'm majoring in econ right now. Nah, I didn't. Oh, okay. Well, have a good one, Benjamin, appreciate you being here, man. Majoring in econ right now. Initially, I had started to go back to school because I wanted to go to law school. But the way that trading has evolved and the way that things are going, I think that it would make more sense just to do this full time. So I'm trying to get into the business school to major in finance. And planning to do real estate development as well. I take my trading as my main source of income, but also buy some businesses, start some businesses, do real estate development, commercial and residential. So, how old are you? I will be 33 in 1 month and 12 days. Something like that. 20th of February, I turned 33. Don't look a day over 16. Appreciate that, man. Definitely feel like an old man walking around campus. The 2 professors, I have 2 professors so far this semester, are instructors. They're not professors, but instructors that I'm older than. My strength and conditioning instructor, I'm 10 years older than her. And my critical thinking course, I'm like 7 years older than him, or 8 years older than him. It's definitely weird being so old and being in college, but making it work. Teach me your ways. Trying, man. That's why I'm doing this. Instructors. Yeah, I mean, they're graduate students. So yeah, some of them are younger than me. I appreciate that, Nick. What drove you to go back? I wanted to go to law school, and I didn't have an undergraduate degree, so I needed to get that. The girlfriend go to UNC? No, she goes to, well, she doesn't go to college. She's graduated, but she's, I don't want to spread her business. She teaches at a different university. Hey, Reaper, that's big, dude. That's big. I'm proud of you, man. appreciate that, Everett. Appreciate that, man. Why didn't I go to college earlier? Migrant, I don't know if you saw the video that I posted, but I'm what some clinicians would refer to as an addict. And that pretty much dominated the early years of my life, which led to some terrible decision making, which landed me in a situation where school was not something that I really did. So I had to took me a long time to get clean and sober, man. Been battling addiction since I was about 15. So this is the longest period of time, 4 years now, that I've been sober. Longest I've been sober since I was about 15. When was the last time I took a trade? I took one pre-market. And I'm potentially going to take one right here if we get a nice rejection out of this gap. We'll see, Nathan. We'll see. I appreciate that, Maya. Potentially, Danny. Potentially long on NQ. Let's see how we react in this zone. A lot of sell side pressure here on the book map. Quit trading NASDAQ and becoming profitable. ES is clean, dude. It's a strong rejection out of that 15. So the question is, do we just want to dump lower? Are we going to respect this 5 and this breaker here? See how we react here. Strong momentum to the downside on book map here. So I'm not blindly getting into this trade. Is it really? Quality's better on YouTube. You're in. I like this market structure. I just need to see the book map cooperate with this trade, because right now it's just sellers are definitely in control right now. Nitro bookmap is level 2 data software that I'm using. I'll show you after we get to a lull, because this is kind of what I've been waiting for here. A lot of sellers on the book map. There's some buyers stepping in there. Buyers stepping in. We swept the previous New York AM session low. V-shaped recovery out of it. Breaker formation. 5-minute gap inside of the breaker. But I'm not fully convinced. I'm waiting to see what the book map tells me. Mike. Yeah, need some very clear rejection here. Book map has orders flashing higher on ES. You're in short? Yeah, it very well could play out, Mike, down to these lows. So we'll see. I think if we inverted this 5, I'd switch my bias pretty quickly. Just put your college fund on longs. Ahmed, is that you? I can't see it, but the username is small. Nice bounce here. I'm going to try a long here. See what we get. I'm going to keep a tight stop just below this 5. Right there. Not a good fill on that, but it's okay. Swing high is a TP. Don't even want that. I'm going to take this right here, and we're break even right now. I'm going to take it right there. Sellers coming in on Bookmap. 500 times 20, boys. I mean, you know, what do you want? What do you want from me? We're $980 away from a $40,000 payout. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This definitely has room to the upside here. It's just big red bubbles coming in there. A couple of them came in on the Bookmap that spooked me a little bit. Can't be too mad about it. Glory to God, amen. No, 5 TPT, 20 Apex. We hit 1,500 on the TPT accounts earlier. That was the first trade on Apex, 500 apiece. See, this is what I'm talking about with the what I was seeing on the Bookmap. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I saw here. Look at those big red bubbles coming in. Didn't like the way that looked. Get in, get out. Shake the money tree, call it a day. What are the trade of 8 rules for 50K Apex? In terms of what, 50? Like the funded one, the funded rules, or for the still holding to the 5 minute? Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea. It's just I didn't want to get greedy with my Apex accounts, man. I can only make something like 600 a day total on those accounts without violating the 30% rule between payouts. So I'm $90 short of that. I'm fine with that. Well, you can pass the evals in 1 day with Apex, but it's 8 days after you pass. Once you activate the funded, you have to trade for 8 days to take a payout. Boys, we're up $18,526 on the day. Wow. So, Andrew, you need to hit, typically what firms do is they require you to hit whatever your drawdown is in profit. So with TPT or with Apex on a 50K account, you have $2,500 of drawdown. So what you have to do with them is you have to hit that plus $100, so $2,600 total. And then everything above that is withdrawable with Apex. But you're capped at a 2K payout for the first 5 payouts. So what I like to do is I get my account balance to 54,200, and that gives me enough room. I can take a 2K payout and leave enough buffer in there where even if I lose several trades in a row, I'm not risking blowing the account. Up 100, then be down, yeah. Yeah, this swing high is not a bad TP level here. So, how do I feel about Lucid? I like them. I like them. So far, so good, man. I haven't had any issues with them. So, when I take my first payout on these 5 accounts, I'll post a full like review of my experience from eval to payouts and let you guys know how fast. That's the biggest thing with them is I've heard how fast their payouts are. Like you request it and then like boom, it's in your account. Do I think Bookmap is necessary for my strategy? I think Bookmap is essential. I think that I don't know how I traded before I had Bookmap, to be completely honest. And if you look at my trades and my profitability, as soon as I started fully utilizing Bookmap, my trading stats went through the roof. My profit factor went through the roof. Trade executions, everything. Let me just say this. I'm looking at my TradeZilla stats right here. I'm gonna just brag for a minute because I got some energy and I want to do it. What is 22? So 22 plus 51. That's how many trading days this is over. Over that many trading days, my profit factor is 3. My win percentage is 70.34, and my net P&L is $223,018.40 on funded accounts. That's unreal, man. At this time last year, I hadn't made any money trading. I was net negative something like 25 grand, man. After 4 years, well, at that point, 3 years of trading, I had lost. I had taken a couple payouts, but overall, I was net like 22 grand in the hole. What's your best month? 106,000, dude. 106,000, and that was in November, I think. All glory to God, man. $25 accounts, 106,000 across 25 accounts. Of that, that's how much I profited. Just for full, to be exact, I only was able to withdraw because of the 8-day payout windows. I was only able to withdraw like 67 of that total. So I profited 106, which carried over into the next month. So eventually I was able to withdraw it. But total, what hit my bank account that month was 67,000. That's what, I don't talk about numbers and any of that to brag, man. I just try to give, the only reason I mention it at all, because I know it can be kind of distasteful to talk about money, but it's to show, I'm hoping that it's inspiring to you guys to not give up, because there's so many points I was like, man, I'm just going to quit this. Like, this isn't working, dude. I'm just pissing money away. Hey, Tim, I wouldn't say that, dude. I'm not, dude, I sit here and take L's like crazy. It's not about, to me, like what I mentioned earlier, the profit factor. I have a 3 profit factor. So that means that for every dollar, I think basically this is how you could look at it. This might be not exact, but it's like basically for every dollar I lose, I make 3. So that's, I think that's the most important thing, is that you're keeping your risk management to a point where your wins are far outweighing your losses. And making sure that you're not sizing, because a lot of times what my problem was early on was I was oversizing in my trades and not giving myself enough runway to allow the trade to go into drawdown some and then to go to where it wanted to go. So I was like blowing accounts simply because of like going into drawdown, and then my trade would go exactly where my TP was after it stopped me out or blew my account. You got to make sure you're not oversizing also. Pro or flex? I do the pro if you're talking about Lucid. Which plan do you recommend? Global Plus on Bookmap. Bro, John, there is hope, man. Journal like crazy, and most importantly, get the psychological aspect down pat, man. You can sit here and learn the technicals like crazy, or all day, and have an idea of what you're doing technically. But if you don't have your psychology in check, you're gonna struggle, man. Appreciate you, Maya. Thanks for being here. A lot of orders coming in lower here, so I'm going to clear this off the chart. A lot of orders coming in lower. What do you use to track your profit and loss? I use TradeZilla, and you guys can use my code CWT and you get a discount with them. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but if you use CWT with them, you get a discount. When are we getting on ARC? Dude, I haven't played at all. The only thing I've been playing recently is RedSec, Battlefield 6. There was a reason I picked the pro account. What was it? Let me tell you. I'll look at it real quick, Tristan. What was my reasoning? The pro, I think it was something to do with the funded rules. Was it the funded rules? It was the consistency rule. Passing one day on the pro accounts. I think that's what it was. And what was the other rule? There was some other rule too. Might have been the scaling. Yeah, and no scaling. So look at the difference of the scaling plan on the Flex versus the Pro. Past your 750K account today? Holy cow, who are you with? What are your thoughts on live accounts? You mean like personal capital accounts? I appreciate the follows, guys. The scaling I'm talking about in terms of the scaling is the payout. So if you look at the scaling, it's dictated. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right in terms of the if you're only using one mini, I guess it doesn't matter. For some reason, I read that as I was reading that as like payouts. The way that there's something to do with the payouts. There was a reason why I did it based on the payouts. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. I don't know. Try out the Flex, man. Try out the Flex, and no consistency for the funded, right? Yeah, no consistency in funded. Try out the Flex and let me know. We'll compare notes on which one, because I just pulled the trigger. I talked to one of their guys, and he recommended the Pro and went over a couple things why, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. So try out the Flex and let me know what you think. We'll compare notes, because the Flex might be the better option. I don't know. It's definitely cheaper. Down 200, I'm cooked. Small potatoes, man. You'll be all right, Dan. Had a crisp 2K payout from Top Step and lost in one trade due to bad psychology. Yeah, the psychology's huge, man. Psychology's huge. How to beat TPT trailing drawdown. Do exactly what I just did. Close the trade before it comes back on you. Don't sit there and watch it lollygag and hope and pray that it goes to your TP. Just, you start to see some movement. I mean, I'm not saying close like at the drop of a hat if you see it start to reverse on you, but I'm using Bookmap. So if I see that we got some in that, look at this push back up here. In my case, I saw that sellers were stepping in, overtaking the buyers, and I didn't want to sit there and wait around to find out who was going to win. So I just closed the trade. There's not, man. Really, most of my settings are default. I have a couple of add-ons. I have the liquidity tracker and the absorption indicator, and I use Trade Map Lite, which is supposed to filter out a lot of the algorithmic botting that kind of adds noise to the chart. Like here, I'll show you the difference. So this is the regular Bookmap, and then this is the Bookmap Lite. So it's supposed to ideally filter out some of the BS that you're seeing here. Let me put the same filter on here. So you see how you have more action on the chart there. And then if you look at this, it's supposed to filter out any BS sort of algorithmic botting that goes on to try to spoof price and stuff that doesn't really, it's not real orders. So it filters that out. That's what the light map is supposed to do. How do you learn to read this language? By doing exactly this, sitting here watching it and comparing it to what's going on in the on the charts. Not even really worried about trading, just sitting there. Look at this. Hang on a second. I want you guys to see something here. Look at this entry. Touched right into that BPR here on the 4-minute. Rejected right back out of it. Yeah, Tristan, let me know what you do, man. Let me know if you do the Flex or the Pros, and once you do, let me know what you think. what's my bias for the rest of the session? I don't really try to do that, Chris. I try to do these things where where is it going in the next minute or two? And I think right now we're probably going to this swing high here up into this 15-minute gap, but we'll see. A long off of this BPR right here would have been beautiful up to this high, but it very well could hit this 15 or this 10 again and reject right back out of it. I'm in long at 611. Dude, that's a beautiful entry. Bottom ticking over there, Nathan. Literally bottom ticking. Closed at 80. Yeah, that's you're eating well if you're taking trades like that, man. Would you have taken those longs? I did take that long up to there. I took my one and I'm done. Yeah, I took this short on my TPT, took this long on my Apex. We're done on the day, man. We are done on the day. Can't beat that. I got another class here in about an hour and a half, so 11 o'clock, boys. You know the deal, the rules. I hop off at 11. So, what do you think it's going to go short after taking in the 15? I can't say, man. So the Flex has a max payout of 2,000 with less rules, and the Pro has a 2,500 payout with more rules. I'm going to try the Flex because that's what. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea, Tristan. Let me know what you think, what you run into. All right, guys. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being part of the group here, engaging, commenting, following, gifting, liking, all the things, man. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I'm going to jump off. Everybody have a good day. Stay green if you're green. If you're red, don't make it worse. We'll be back here tomorrow morning at our usual 9 a.m. time. I don't have class tomorrow, so we'll business as usual tomorrow. So, all right, Nathan. If you're out of that trade, man, I hope you made some nice profit on that. That was a beautiful entry. You guys be good. God bless you. Love you. Appreciate you being here. 70 points. Yeah, hard to beat that, dude. Good job. All right. Later, guys.